All right, this is a body weight conditioning circuit. It's based on FlowFit, and it's breaking each element of FlowFit down into smaller, more achievable chunks and getting repetitions and practice with them. We'll start with a closed chain joint mobility sequence that will allow you to prime all of the movements found in FlowFit. So starting on the ground, have a seat, feet hip distance apart, drop the knees into a shin box, see that the shins are parallel with each other, and then pivot, keeping the feet on the ground to the other side. And do shin box switches, keeping the torso stationary, just warming up the hips. Start here. See that the feet don't remain flexed, but they actually go into a pointed position, and see that this top hip grounds down towards the earth. Here. Next progression. Go into shin box hip extensions. You're rolling onto the shin, pressing the hips forward to engage the glutes. Hip hinge to come back down. That's essential in your squat. And then switch sides. Shin box, hip extension, back down, switch. 5 reps. You can incorporate the power breath as you come through. This is 3. Again, notice I'm pivoting, keeping the feet in the same exact position. Charging the glutes in full hip extension. If I have a crease here, I'm not in full hip extension, so really work on pressing the hips all the way forward. 5. Moving into shin box bow, warms up the lower back. Shin box switch, lengthen the bow. And for 3 repetitions of the bow. This is a progression to prime yaw or rotation. Again, keeping the length in the lower vertebra. The last one. And take a quarter turn to the left, making sure the hand lines up with the knee and the opposite hip. And switch. And switch. Lengthen, rotate, twist. 1 more on each side. And the last piece, the arm thread. Thread the right arm underneath, palm facing down. Primary thoracic rotation. Switch. And switch. Really reach as far as you can. Maintain that pressure. The palm pressing against the floor. And switch. Last one. And come back to your shin box. And from shin box, if the left shin is forward, take the left hand back, line it up with the hip. Drive up onto the shin. Press the hand straight up and straight back, stretching the front line. You should feel this stretching your hip flexor and your psoas. Bring the hand to cheek, switch sides, pivot in the shin box switch, right hand behind right hip, charge the hip straight up, big the hand straight back, hold, and back down, and switch. 5 on each side. This is a primer for tripod. This is actually the modified version of tripod. Most modified because you are not bearing as much load on the bottom arm. Two more on each side. The bottom hand, the anchoring hand, is keeping a micro bend in the elbow, engaging the lats. Switch sides. And then come back to the ready position. Come onto your belly. This is a primer for plank, also an upward facing dog and downward facing dog. So to engage the core, imagine you are externally rotating your hands as you pack your shoulders away from the ears. From here, scoop the pubic bone forward to slowly elevate the lower back. Avoid rounding out in your lower back by dropping the chest down, keeping the shoulder blades neutral in the spine. Keep scooping the pubic bone forward. Avoid going here, but an active scoop of belly button towards navel. And when you're ready, curl the toes under, lift and hold. Again, drop down in the chest. Keep scooping the pubic bone forward. Activate your lumbar spine, keeping a neutral spine. Come down and rest. Take a counter pose, counter stretch. Breathe. Second one, again, scoop the pubic bone forward, elevate lower back. Drop the chest down, keeping shoulder blades neutral. When you're ready, if you're ready, curl the toes under, work on the core strength here, lengthen through crown of head. Avoid looking forward or behind you, but keep a neutral neck. Keep pressing the shoulders away from the ears and scapular depression. Hold, hold, hold. Come back down and rest, counter stretch. And then from here, to make this a bit more dynamic, you can drive your right knee towards your right elbow. This is the modified variation. The back leg is straight, and then bring yourself back to resting modified position. Again, drive the left knee towards the right elbow, hold. You want to pick it up, go a little bit more challenging, here to here. If that's too much, bring the leg onto the ground, just keep the back toe curled under, and work on pressing yourself back to the plank position on the forearms. Again, here, it should feel like a pigeon, modified pigeon, and then keeping the back toe curled under, press yourself back to forearm plank. Here, rest, here, work. Here is the rest, and the work happens as you pull yourself back. Come back to child's pose. Now let's go through the elements of FlowFit. Just check our time. We're working about 6 minutes and 58 seconds so far. All right, so we'll go 10 reps first, then we'll drop down to 6 reps, 4 reps, and 2, just to keep this all fitting in our 20 to 30 minute time frame. Starting with the flat-footed squat, all 5 fingers pressing together. Shoot the hands forward as you drive your hip bones back, keeping your knees back as far away from right over your heels, right over your ankles. Drop down into your squat. As you come up, squeeze the glutes, pack the shoulders down. That's 1 rep. 10 reps. Again, shoot the hands forward, shoot the hip bones back, create torque in the legs, squeeze at the top for 2. Inhale, passively. Exhale, with force. 3. Inhale. 4. 5, pack the shoulders. 6, see that the knees point straight ahead, crown to coccyx alignment. 7, if you can't go quite as far, just go as far as you can. 8, elbows remain straight the whole time. 9, toning the arms, toning the core. 10. Next exercise, quad press or modified quad press. Bring the back parallel to the ground, turn the hands in slightly, come down and hover, elbows touch the floor, this is modified. Exhale, press up for 1. Again, come down, back parallel to the ground, press everything up at once for 2. You want to go the next level up, hover, 3. 4, keep splaying the knees out. Keep even amount of pressure, spreading on the hands for 5. Avoid just pushing with your arms, keep your arms and legs working equally. 3 more reps. 3, 2, 1. Push yourself back to flat foot squat. Elbow straight, rise up, and rest. Moving into our base switch. Start with a modified base switch. Enter from flat foot squat. Come down, hands point straight ahead this time. Keeping both hands on the ground, back parallel to the ground. Swivel, drop the hip down towards the floor with power. Come back to the starting position. Again, swivel, keeping the shoulders packed. Back to starting. 10 reps on each side. Start with a modified variation. Eventually, we'll be lifting a hand. That's 4. Good. 5. Keep your shoulders directly over your hands. Going into 6. Start lifting a hand when you're ready. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. As you finish, push yourself back to your squat, rise up, and rest. chug for a moment, just a gentle relaxation, strong exhale, 4-count exhale, passive inhale. Moving into our mountain climber series. Come down from flat into flat-footed squat. Easiest variation, loaded child's pose. Step right foot on outside of right hand, curl back to under, lift knee. Press back, loaded child's pose. Arms straight, press down into the earth. Pick the left foot up, curl the back toe under, lift the knee. Exhale. Step, squeeze the knee against the arm. Quickly come back, one breath, one movement. We're for 10 reps on each side. What this does is it opens up the hips. It allows you to establish a strong core, so you're working towards a full plank position. Next progression, step back to plank, drive the foot forward, step back to plank, alternating sides, keeping the shoulders packed. If this is too difficult for you, you can always regress back to the child's pose loaded variation. When and if you're ready to advance, you can do a jump switch. Try to get both feet in the air at the same time. Jump switch, child's pose, and rest. As you're ready, come to your flat foot squat, chug and rest at the top. Moving into tripod. Enter from flat foot squat, take the right hand back. Easiest variation, hips start on the floor. Lift part way up, switch. Again, always starting with a mod. Working on activation first. Working on alignment. 3 and 3. Sync the movement with the breath. 4 and 4. 5, good. And 5, when you're ready, press the hips up. 6. Option for straight up and straight back. 7. 9 and 9. Last one on each side. 10 and 10. As you come out of it, swing your body around, rise up, and rest. Next, moving into upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Enter from a flat foot squat. Easiest variation, step back to a plank, pitch the hips forward, come into your modified up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, step left foot forward, arms forward, rise up. Again, plant palms, step, step, pitch forward. Inhale. Exhale, lift with your core. Step, step, always reestablishing that flat foot squat in between reps. This is 3. 4. When you're ready, jump back to plank. Pitch the body forward, roll the scapula back. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, hop the feet forward, land in a squat. Inhale, right into your upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Every repetition, perfect alignment. Inhale. Exhale. Start to tap into that inner strength, that inner stamina. First round is the hardest. We're doing 10 repetitions. It's going to get easier from here on out. Last one. Final exercise, the spinal rock. Modified variation, lie down on your back, feet in tabletop. Hands behind the head, lift the shoulder blades up, squeeze the knees together, maintain, draw the belly in, come halfway down. 1, 2, 3, work on engaging the core. 4, and 5. Rock forward, second 5 will go into a spinal rock. Pull the chest through the knees, round the lower back, pelvis, lift up, point the toes, inhale. Exhale, lift the hips high up over the shoulders, inhale. Exhale back. 3, Inhale, try to articulate each and every vertebra on the mat. And 4. And 5. If you're able to, roll yourself up into a squat, stand it up. Rest briefly. Next few rounds will be a little bit faster. We're at 15 minutes now. Set your mental focus for 6 repetitions. And we'll go into 4. Arms forward, elbows straight, hip hinge back. Inhale, exhale. 1. Exhale. 2. 3. Good. Pack the shoulders at the top. 4. Scapular depression. 5. 1 more. 6. Come down. Quad presses. Modified if you need to. Down. Hover. Press up. Inhale. Exhale. Gaze forward. Keeping the neck neutral. 3. 4. 5. 6. Drop it back. Come out of it in a squat. Rest. Work on your conditioning. Going to sit through hip next. Enter from flat foot squat. Hands on the floor. Swivel. Back to center. Keep the back parallel to the ground. Next 3, lifting a hand. Back to your squat. Rise up and rest. Challenge yourself. Go to your personal edge. Mountain climbers from child's pose. Drop down, step back to a loaded child's pose, feet curled under. Step, lift the knee. Step, lift the back knee. Start to marry the movement together. 6 on each side. 3 and 3. 4. 4. 1 more on each side. Back to plank. Hop it forward. Rise up and rest. Tripods. Drop down. Right hand back. 6 reps each side. Hand to cheek in between reps. Each rep looks uniform. Full hip extension. Getting rid of the crease. Explosive hips all the way up. 3. 4. And 4. 5. 5. 1 more on each side. 6. And 6. Swing yourself around to come back up and rest. Heart rate should be elevated. Working on your form, your technique. Moving on into up dog, down dog. Enter from flat foot squat. Place the hands as close to the insides of the feet as you can. Step or jump back to plank, right into upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Hop it forward. Rise up. 1. Inhale. Exhale. Hop forward. Rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale on the way back. Extension. Glutes engaged, knees locked. Exhale. Downward facing. 2 more. Last one. Spinal rock. If you'd like to regress to do the crunches, hollow body crunches, that's your option. 6 reps. Articulate the spine, get high. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, bring yourself up to standing if you can. Use your fists. And rest. Next round. 4 reps of each thing. And keep working on building your stamina, building your endurance. Arms forward. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Find a rhythm with your breath. Quad press. Back the shoulders. Rise up into your squat. Base switch. 5 reps or 4 reps. Push back to your heels. Rise up. Mountain climber switch. Feel free to step back or jump. 4 on each side. Exhale in the effort phase. Tripods. Should be getting better at these by now. Option to reach back. Swing around. Inhale up. Up dog to down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Hop forward. Land in your squat. Inhale. Exhale. Hop forward. Land softly. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Spinal rock, 4 reps. Faster. Stand it up, reach, and rest. Final round, actually second to last round, the 2 reps of each thing. Squats. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Quad press. Base switch. Mountain climbers. Tripods. Swing around. Up dog to down dog. And then squat. Squeeze at the top. Spinal rock. 2 reps. Bring it up. Reach. And rest. Final round of FlowFit. You can keep going from here if you'd like. 1 rep for each exercise. Find your flow level of breath. Quad press. Inhale up. Base switch. Mountain climber. Tripods. Swing around. Up dog. Down dog. Spinal rock. Take a rest. Got 24 minutes. So it's a little decompensation. So unwinding the hips. You can start in higher log pose. Stacking one shin on top of the other. This opens up the hips. It'll help you get deeper in your squats. Keep the body upright. One in if you're ready. Tip the body more forward. If this is too intense for you, here. About 1 minute of decomp for each pose. Slow breathing down. a dose of moving in 6 degrees of freedom, bathing the joints in synovial fluid, and priming the different degrees of freedom, allowing your fascia to start to become unbound. Switch legs. There's your opposite shin on top. And if your leg goes all the way up here, that's fine. Just keep it in a position that doesn't feel like it's higher than a 4 on discomfort on the scale from 1 to 10. Lengthen the spine, ground through the hips. Option to hinge a little bit more forward if you want more hip opening, more intensity. And next, move into a piriformis stretch. Start with your left shin forward, sweep your straight right leg around, setting up into a seated spinal twist. Pull the shin or the knee towards you with the help of your elbow. So you should feel a deep stretch in your outer piriformis here. When you're ready to turn it into more of a twist, carve the elbow on the outside of the thigh, lengthen. Belly drawn in, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist and rotate. And counter twist, one breath on the opposite side. And switch sides, push the right shin down, the left leg overhead. Again, you can straighten out the bottom leg if you need to modify. Start by hugging the knee in with the elbow. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist and rotate. Breathe. When you're ready to turn it into more of a spinal twist, carve the elbow on the outside of the leg. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. And counter twist, one back. And this next one that I'll show you is definitely not a favorite, but this is how we tap into hip mobility here. So this is the frog, feet are flexed. Usually you want to be on something soft, so carpet or a yoga mat or even doubled up yoga mat. Bring your elbows down to the floor. Work on sitting the pressure back into your hips. You can do a little seesawing motion at first. Eventually, over time, your knees are going to move farther apart, farther away from each other, and your hips will move slightly closer to the floor. See if you can find a position to stay in for a good minute. And breathe. Focus your attention on releasing any stored emotions in your hips. Allowing yourself to loosen in that area, loosen the tightness. Maybe even wiggle a little bit to allow yourself to get into it. And breathe. Final 20 seconds. Push your weight back. Maybe even bring your forehead down to the ground. Melting your chest down. And as you come out of it, bend your knees. Start to peel yourself back to a wide-kneed child's pose. And then working on spinal mobility. Press your hips forward down to the ground. Bend your knees. Start to arch your upper body back into a back bend. And then bring yourself back to toes touching child's pose. This is a modification for a back bend. So moving in and out of it dynamically, working on the mobility aspect. You can bend the elbows, hug the elbows in, arch the upper body back. Press the hips back down to child's pose. 5 repetitions. And that's 3. Each time you go back, you'll find your back bending just a little bit more. And 4. And last one. Keep the knees a little closer together. Thread your arm underneath, releasing your shoulders, releasing your back. And use the other hand to help you twist. Switch sides. And into a comfortable seat. Take a few moments to reflect on your FlowFit practice. Think about what comes up for you when you're challenged. Work through all of the degrees of freedom, energizing all the joints, moving through each and every range of motion. Acknowledge the areas where you move through, those thick areas, those challenging areas. How you move through with grace and ease. Be reminded that the more you practice the grace and ease, the more it starts to become automatic. Thank yourself for your FlowFit practice. Namaste.